Welcome everybody to the Daily High with Matt McGregor and Tone Vase on this Thursday morning, Thursday evening. Tone, how are you, mate? Where are you?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. I am at the airport. I am flying to Austin, Texas. And now that I have such a better laptop, it is smaller, it is lighter, it is dual screen. Man, it was as a webcam. It was so easy to set up at the airport. Tone Base is about to start streaming from the airports again. Oh man, it's great. I'll be playing in a live streamed poker game tomorrow night at Doug Polk's poker club, and I will shoot off the link on my Twitter, and the Financial Summit hopefully will retweet it. And so check that out.
Yeah, I watched your show on your channel today. It looks really fun. I'm not a poker guy, but that would be fun to see you on the telly like that. All right, Bitcoin has been frustrating. The show's coming at you an hour later than normal because of Tone's travel, but I said to Tone, let's just do it an hour later because an hour ago the price was at unbelievably the same exact price it had been at every single day of this entire week. We were sitting at 67, 800, give or take, an hour ago. And I said, I got nothing to say. I've been saying the same thing every day, but it has jumped. We're in the process of jumping. So I'm glad we delayed it for an hour. Tone, you want to go first? It's going to be a short show. You want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. Let me
All right,
grab
mate.
my screen share. Okay, let's go to the weekly chart. I'm starting to like this candle a lot more. This is slowly turning into a doji candle. And that's good. If this could turn into a green candle, notice the tone-based volume is yellow. That means it's an indecision candle. And the Fisher distance from EMA, this is the indicator that Matt likes to use. It's looking very good on the weekly chart. Everything is starting to look good. The MACD looks like it's ready to reverse any week now. And the CMF is my absolute favorite. We are, it's telling us that under the hood, there's massive buying going on. This is probably my most bullish indication that we are way more likely to break out in the near future than to break down. And on the price action, we are on a green 3 within the MRI. We don't have to go above last week's high. In fact, it's probably better that we don't. A nice consolidated green candle closing us just above 70,000 is what this week really, really needs. And that sets us up very, very nicely. The allocation position remains 100% long, nothing really to discuss. This is what I want to see. I want to see a nice doji style candle or a small candle next on the next candle, tomorrow's candle, closing us at around 69.5 or higher. That creates a beautiful green star candle at the new highest close. So all we have to do is close tomorrow. So 24 hours from now, we will bring you this video tomorrow morning, maybe around this time. I like this time. Also, I'll be in Texas, so that's an hour earlier for me, same as Panama time right now. And if this candle closes above 60, around 69, that's perfect. And if tomorrow closes just above 70, that's even more perfect. Gives us a green star candle above this consolidated range. This would be the first green star candle. I prefer to see my green star candles uh, basically like this, like what you see here on March 10th. This is kind of like my perfect green star candle. It's even better that it was preceded by a prior green star candle just before, and it closed at a new swing high. It doesn't have to breach the uh, the wick high, and that set us up for some nice upside. Unfortunate, it never made it to an MRI, but that's also because right here there was a break in the count. Because if you assume this was the second candle, then you go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you have a perfect all-time high. So there was a slight break in the count because this candle on March 4th went a little too high and gave us a slightly higher close. And because of that, it broke this count. But this is the kind of green star candle I want to see. I don't want to see it preceded by huge moves like what happened here on March 25th. This is another very good green star candle, but you see how it's happening at a lower low and a lower low still. Sorry, lower high and a lower high still. So this is not ideal. This is not ideal. This is also not ideal for the same reason. It's happening right under resistance. And this green star candle is also not ideal. They're still tradable candles, but they're not ideal because this candle itself was a runaway candle that ran into resistance. It eventually broke out, but it wasn't clean. This would be absolutely clean if we close at 69 today and then at 70 tomorrow. We would be breaking a high, approaching the major swing high after a consolidated low, and that would set us up nicely. On the short-term chart, this is actually the chart I was about to spend all my time on. This chart right here, look at how I drew this days ago. Look how perfectly we came into this trend line and into this double bottom. Now, I hate the double bottom part, but the trend line part is more important than the double bottom based on the time frame we're dealing with. This time frame is too short to be too concerned about the double bottom. The trend line has established itself for a month. The double bottom has only established itself for 4 days, 3 days, no, not even 4 days. Yeah, about 4 days. So the trend line is more important. And it beautifully ran right into this corner. We rallied above it. And now all we got to do is break 69.5 and close around 70. And I think we will break out and challenge the all-time high next month. Slightly contrary to the concerns that Mark Wood had on our show yesterday. Man, I did 3 shows yesterday. All right, and on that note, Matt, I'm going to hand it back to you. Actually, wait, let me look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is going to be coming up on an MRI top very, very soon. Oh, we got 4 or 5 more hours. But going back to the beautiful MRI buy on the 1 hour right off the trend line and beautiful MRI top off the doji, beautiful hammer candle touching the MRI support line. Man, this hourly chart was so tradable. Beautiful green star candle. It went above the prior candle, but not by too much. The 4-hour green star candle, this is a runaway candle. I prefer, I would have preferred it to close lower, but I also do want it to close above the moving averages. So I like this green star candle here. To be honest, this one would be my favorite, but unfortunately, resistance was too strong. This is the kind of green star candle I love seeing, and then buying off of this candle. It did eventually lead to some highs, but this is perfect. It also has this ascending triangle feature to it. This is the kind of green star candle I want to see on the daily time scale. Things don't always work. You see another example of it right here back on May 20th, and it was the 3rd one in the series, and then bam, we break out. This is kind of what I want to see happen again. All right, Matt, off to you.
Yeah, that's great, mate. And I just want to clear the air a little bit, address some of the criticisms that we tend to get, okay, a lot, right? That we change our opinions daily. Listen to me. I've got Bitcoin that I've held for 7 years. I've never sold it. I've got Bitcoin. I bought it 3,000. I've got Bitcoin. I bought it 17,200 a year and a half ago. I've got Bitcoin. I bought it 27,200 a year and a half ago. None of that is moving. It's not tradable. It's stacking. So it's okay. If you want us to make a show that says, hey, buy Bitcoin and hold it, how are we supposed to do daily shows? This is a daily trading show for what we're seeing in the daily point. If you don't want to see Tone and Mai's opinion on what's happening in the market immediately of the 15-minute time frames every single day, don't watch. Just buy Bitcoin and hold it. All good. And saying that, if you want to trade like us, good or bad or ugly, please use the affiliate links in the description below. Please join the Telegram group in the description below. We've got 700 people in there right now. It's a great community. Lots of big things coming in that Telegram group. And please join my team for the BitGet annual trading competition. I think we've got a really good chance to take out first prize. The link's in the description below. Just click the link, join the team. Together, united, we are stronger. All right. I'm going to be brief. This has been such a funny thing, as I mentioned earlier in the show, that we were at the same spot. Look at this. An hour ago, 67, 800. Are you kidding me? This is a 4-hour chart, so let's call it, that was a few hours ago. I'll go to the hourly chart. Socrates and I were having a bit of a back and forth on Twitter. It was very short back and forth because I said that I titled the show yesterday, high volatility. Obviously, it's not high volatility. Maybe I misspoke. But if you're 10x leverage trading, this is high volatility. This is frustrating. 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, I've been in the same trade, almost the same trade. And it's been up and then back to break even, up to sort of break even. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I've just keep going over and over. I keep cracking in the same trades, getting up 1,000 points in terms of Bitcoin movement, and then it cracks back down. And once again, I'm in a trade, a 67, 800. I'm in it. I'm in the trade. But until we break out, this has been extraordinarily frustrating that I've been on the right side of 5 or 6 trades. They've gone up very, very well, and I've had to call them at bugger all profit. I'm ready to see a kick on. I don't know if it's it. All right. 1 hour time frame. We're on the 200 simple moving average right now. We just got stopped out at the Tone Vases acceleration line here, which is exactly in line with here. We haven't printed a higher high on the 1 hour time frame. We've stalled. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go up the time frames as we go. 4 hour time frame. How does that look? Well, we're just above the 30. We're below the 50. We're above the 7, and the 7's rounding off. But if you've been paying attention this whole week, in 5 minutes, this could be back down here, and it looks ugly. Today, we came all the way down to 67,141. 67,141 was the bottom of this candle, and it booted up. Good luck trading that. That's a position where I think a lot of traders would go short at that period, and instead it kicked off. This is dangerous trading. Dangerous trading. We're dropping right now. By the time the show finishes, we could be back down to 67. But if we start to get above 69, 70, as Tone said 70, it's a whole different ball game. 12-hour time frame. We've just avoided the bearish cross on the alpha numerics on the 12-hour time frame. Just avoided it. And now we're looking at a good start to an MRI count. If we can stay above here, the next, in 9 hours' time, we get a good MRI count. It looks better. But tomorrow we might be doing the show at 67. I don't know. Daily time frame. Where are we? Are we above all the moving averages? We're just below the 7 simple moving average, which we've been at for days. I still feel good about Bitcoin. Absolutely feel good about Bitcoin. Talk about the EXA. We mentioned the EXA, which is the indicator I really like. The weekly has had its bullish cross. I really want to see the daily have its bullish cross as well. It is rounding now, but if we get the daily bullish cross on the EXA, we're above the 50 line on the RSI, which is fine. I really love that. We've had a bounce off it. The weekly time frame now, just to finish off, but we've got one more day in the week. We're fine on the weekly. We're above all the moving averages. Absolutely fine. The MRI count is fantastic. The MRI looks great. EXA is crossed, as Tone mentioned. Fantastic. If you were looking at a lot higher time frames, the weekly time frame is fantastic. If you were spot buying, if you were 2x leverage trading, nothing to worry about. If you're 10x leverage trading, my God, you've got to be really good right now. Really, really good. That's all I've got to say. I'm really excited. We've got how many more days in the month? One more day in the month. Friday show tomorrow is going to be a really, really good one because there is 1 day and 10 hours left. I can't wait to see what happens next month. I think next month's going to be a cracker. We can review all the oscillators, we can review the MRI, we can review where we close this month tomorrow. I think that's a big one. I think that next month's going to be fantastic. I think the year is going to be fantastic. Don't get me wrong. As I come back right now, don't get me wrong. I'm super bullish on Bitcoin. But yes, on a daily perspective, I can chop and change. Not much to take from my analysis in today's show. We're $800 up from the same price we've been at every single day this week. But if we can crack on, as Tone said, above 70, different story. Different story. Tone, how's the S&P looking?
All right, let's take a look. S&P is having another rough day. Let me slide this over. Is this my S&P market as well? Yep, there it is. I'm gonna move that here. Oh, I guess my gold chart's gone, but that's okay. The S&P on a daily scale is having another rough day. We've broken below the prior swing low. Where do I see this heading? Well, let's turn the MRI on. Let's turn the moving averages on. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw a trend, a horizontal trend line based on the prior swing high. We've broken below the prior swing high on the futures market. Let me just sneak a peek on this is uh, the weekly scale. The weekly scale has very nice support down at 5,100. And if that breaks, we have even better support at 47.5. So that's potential. I'm still more bullish on the S&P than the average person. Checking out Bitfarms only because there was an offer to buy out the company. So I want to keep an eye on this. Nothing really interesting is happening. Oil prices are still consolidating, and we are continuing to keep an eye on the path, the Bitcoin path in this epic. And so far, it's right on schedule, but I can't wait to see how it's going to separate from the rest.
Yeah, that's the key for me. That's the key. And that's kind of been the theme of the show that don't get caught up too much in the daily movements. It's great for people who are day trading to look at the daily time frames, 15-minute time frames, whatever. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. But keep your eyes on the prize here. You know, like we're looking really, really good for the year, the next year, 2 years. Don't get cut to shreds. Don't overtrade. All right. And that being said, please join the like and subscribe, share, and join the affiliate links in the description below. Please join the trading competition. That's going to be a lot of fun, and there's great prizes to be had. Tone, I can't wait for tomorrow's show. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, mate. Travel
All
safe.
right. See you all on the next one, guys.